Shirley Oaks case. Be careful not to confuse abuse with Freemasonry. The recent article published by The Mirror, written by Tom Pettifor on October 26, 2025, has reignited public attention on the painful Shirley Oaks case, one of the darkest episodes in the United Kingdom's recent history. The orphanage, located in Croydon, was the site of systematic sexual and psychological abuse committed between the 1960s and 1980s, affecting hundreds of children under state care. The report highlights the role of SOSA, Shirley Oaks Survivors Association, which represents the victims and seeks justice and reparations. According to the organization, some perpetrators may have benefited from alleged judicial protection arising from supposed Masonic connections, particularly in the case of Donald Hosegood, one of the accused. However, the seriousness of such allegations requires careful distinction between verified facts and unsubstantiated claims, especially when they involve historical institutions that are often misunderstood by the public. What has been proven? The documented truth is undeniable. Serious abuse was committed in various homes run by the Lambeth Council. William Hook and John Carroll, both former employees, were convicted of pedophilia. The 2021 Independent Inquiry Commission recognized the scale of the abuse and the institutional lack of oversight. Several victims received compensation from the council as a form of reparation. These form the pillars of a verified case that reveals deep failures within the UK's child protection system and public administration. Allegations and the risk of overgeneralization. SOSA claims that certain acquittals may have been influenced by Masonic connections between the accused and local authorities. However, such claims have not been confirmed by the courts. The United Grand Lodge of England, for its part, stated that it fully cooperated with the official inquiry, which found no direct evidence that any Masonic network organized protection or obstruction of justice. The independent investigation concluded that there was no institutional involvement of Freemasonry. Therefore, any attempt to broadly associate the crimes of individuals with the Masonic institution as a whole lacks factual basis. The danger of confusion. Turning legitimate pain into collective misinformation is a risk that threatens the very cause of the victims. The confusion that equates Freemasonry equals organization that protects pedophiles is not supported by judicial evidence, stems from partial interpretations rather than official investigations, dilutes real accountability, which lies with the criminals and the institutional failures of the state, not with Freemasonry as an organization. Responsibility and truth. The Shirley Oaks case is, above all, a human and institutional tragedy. It is imperative that justice continues to act firmly against the guilty, but also that society maintains critical judgment against simplistic narratives that seek collective scapegoats. Freemasonry, as a philosophical and fraternal institution, has not been identified as a participant in or beneficiary of any criminal act in this case. Confusing the crimes of individuals with those of an entire organization is not only unjust but counterproductive to the pursuit of truth. In the fight against impunity, factual precision is as essential as moral outrage. Without it, there is a risk of punishing the innocent and perpetuating misinformation, which ultimately only serves the true culprits.